Tuning back in here, we are getting ready to see our second Linn-Benton versus Clackamas matchup today. Holding a 17-0 record, the Clackamas Cougars remaining undefeated, posing a threat to the
roadrunners, as they haven't beaten the Cougars in 8 years. Their last two matchups ended in a 73-45 loss, but a closer 72-63 one most recently. They'll really need the role players to step up if they want to end that streak. The starting lineup for the Cougars includes Alina Washington, leading the team in points with an average of 20.1 points per game.
Alongside her is her sister May Washington, the dynamic sister duo, both major leaders in points, making them a double threat. There's also Molly Miller, who's a killer in the paint, averaging 18 points.
On Linn-Benton's side, we have Sadie Wendrick, the Roadrunners' most reliable shooter, averaging 22 points per game. The brutal trend we've seen with this matchup has been the Cougars winning by an average margin of over 20 each time they face off. We'll see if Wendrick can go up against Clackamas' sister duo and Molly Miller and lead her team to a win.
This is their chance to break the losing streak and claim a long overdue win on their home court. Will the Roadrunners be able to overcome the Cougars? We'll see soon here as tip-off. Stay tuned. We'll be right back here on KBVR TV. Nik Munoz, Aiden Kiichle, all the other awesome crew members here. We'll be right back.
Clackamas there wins the tip, instantly scoring. That is one of the Washington sisters, Alina, with the first points of the game for the day. Bateman, quick turnover, and once again, one of the other Washington, that's May Washington, grabbing the steal, taking down the ball. May drives in, kicks it out, Molly Miller. Long, but an offensive rebound by Washington. Washington drives, gathers the ball, inside, blocked by Loitz there, as Bateman now takes the ball up after the block by the Roadrunners.
Grace Hayshot attempted to get it off the board, but it's no good. And as you said, a great block by the Roadrunners, but nonetheless, the Cougars still lead 2-0.
Bateman here, Bateman to Wendrick, their leading scorer. Back to Bates. Bateman driving in, through contact, throws the ball out of bounds. No, was tipped. He'll stay Roadrunner ball here.
That was a close call there, but if you do look carefully, it did look like her fingers were able to graze that ball, and it's a good call by the refs to catch that, so the Roadrunners do not get screwed over early here.
Bateman almost turned the ball over, but Wager was able to steal it. Deep three by Wendrick, just long as the shot clock expired.
I like the effort by Wendrick to get the early three on the board, but of course it ends up falling short.
Washington with the ball out to Miller. Miller top of the key, getting a screen here by Smith. Miller out to the other Washington sister. Hayashada driving in, takes the ball. Washington drives in. Hayashada, three, long, no good. Rebound by Wendrick. Pushing the pace here. Bateman, inside, layup, no good. Smith with the rebound there. And that's gonna be a foul on Nalia Wager of Linn-Benton there.
Good back and forth there by both teams. I like the aggressiveness we have seen so far between both performances. And I think that Linn-Benton, if they can keep this up, there's a great chance that they can still hold on to this one, as it still is only 0-2 with 8:03 and ticking left in this first quarter.
Washington backing down Wendrick. Little move, puts it up, and that's good. That's May Washington, the other Washington sister scoring, as now both of the Washington sisters are in the scoring column. That is Hayashada.
Good
Unselfish pass to May. Quick timeout here. by the Roadrunners.
That is the best way to describe that play. Unselfish by Grace Hayashada, able to set up her teammate with the easy score. And just like that, May Washington's already at 4 points, 6-0 in the first quarter. So far, the Cougars have been applying all the pressure in the world to this Linn-Benton team.
And once again, we look back on that men's game. Similar here, there are not a lot of subs for this Roadrunner team. And so they're going to have to look to a lot of these players playing heavy minutes in this game. Yes, we are only 2:20 into the game, but 6-0, and you notice that lack of subs that you have. These players are almost pacing themselves because they know they're going to have a long and hard-fought matchup against an undefeated Cougar team.
And also another big thing to note is the fact that you just mentioned it. They are undefeated, 17-0 overall atop the NWAC as it stands. Meanwhile, Linn-Benton 4-12 overall. They are 1-6 at home, coming off of a one-game losing streak. Meanwhile, again, the Cougars have yet to been able to be taken down. So far, they are undefeated on the road, 4-0. Linn-Benton, they're looking for a miracle today if they're able to pull off this win. This would be a huge defeat on the Cougar side and an all-inspiring victory for Linn-Benton if they're able to pull it off.
Yeah, 4-12 versus 17-0 is a recipe for disaster for the Roadrunners as they get the ball here, still scoreless, 2.5 into the first quarter. You see Wager tried to pass it up to Wendrig, but tipped out of bounds there by Hayashada. So stay with the Roadrunners here. .20 on the shot clock. Wendrig with the ball here. Trying to find someone. There's Bateman. Bateman drives in. Free throw pull-up is long. Hayashida with the rebound. There's one of the Washingtons. Molly, Miller, three, no good. Hayashida once again, Miller with another three. Same result, no good. See Bateman driving in. Tried drawing the foul, but blocked. Hayashida, no good.
She's been a defensive presence all day. Grace Hayashada has made that right arm of justice be aware, and she's been tipping everything so far, and this Roadrunner team is still scoreless.
There is Steen, first time we're calling her name tonight. Looks like a travel, and it is a travel. Too many steps there by Annika Steen. Another turnover for the Roadrunners. Now 3 minutes into the game, still no points on the board.
And the Washington sisters there setting themselves up. They are also the only scorers still for Clackamas, but they've made it count.
Yeah, Miller's missed a pair of threes as we see Hayashada. Ball gets tipped. Oh, and that is Alina Washington dribbling the ball out of bounds, trying to save it, could not, and is a turnover, this time in favor of the Roadrunners.
That's pretty huge when it comes to this team, as they're now able to hopefully get something on this next possession.
Wendring drives in. Great grab by Bateman. Out to Steen again. Kicks in, out to Wendrig. Thought about the three, but she stepped out of bounds. Missed the shot anyway, but another turnover for the Roadrunners.
Yeah, and that is just simply not a recipe for success. Already in a 3-1 turnover hole favoring the Clackamas Cougars. They are already in a much favorable position, avoiding those costly turnovers.
Miller thought about the three, kicks it to Hayashada. In the corner, May, Washington, bucket. 3 more points on the board for May as she enters 7 points. That is 9 points to 0. All 9 by the Washington Twins. Wendrig dribbled it off her knee, able to be recovered. Out to Steen. Steen drives in, gather step, no good. Leutz trying to take it in. Leutz puts it up. First basket for the Roadrunners, Bella Leutz.
And Leutz with the good layup and rebound is able to finally start chipping away at this deficit.
It's another 3 attempt there by the Cougars. That time Alina Washington misses. Desperation save there by Bateman. That's 23 Wagar missing it, getting her own rebound, taking the 3 now, short, and that's Alina Washington with the rebound. Looks to push the pace off to her sister. Into Molly Miller with her first points of the game. 11-2, Clackamas now.
Molly Miller with the nice move is able to adjust the basketball net and get the points and extend this to what already looks to be an insurmountable lead, 11-2.
Wagar to Wendrick there, top of the screen. She'll drive in. Stops. And just Wagar could not get past the screen of those 2 Cougar defenders there. So it's a turnover as we see a substitution. We're going to see 23 Breslin Schwalm as well as 33 Maddie Miramontes on the court now for Clackamas. May Washington already with 7 points on the night. Miramontes, Miller, another 3, another miss, but Schwalm with the rebound.
Ooh.
Washington. Miller driving again, and there's a foul. Miller has not been successful on her 3s, but getting to the free throw line is a recipe for success.
Absolutely, you finally get to still get points on the board, even if you aren't able to hit the easy layup. Doesn't matter. You're still able to make sure that you can get points for this team in one way or another.
And we see Lydia Gray and Zoe Howard checking in for the Roadrunners as Miller is at the line here for 2 as she makes the first. Molly Miller up to 3 points on the night. And the Cougars take a demanding 10-point lead.
And already this Cougar team is laying on the hurt on this poor Roadrunner team, trying their best to stay in this one, but it is becoming a hole that is just simply too hard to climb out of. But there's still plenty of time left as they are able to get this easy layup here from the newly subbed in Howard, starting to make this game a little more manageable, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, that's Sadie Wendrick with the assist too. Took a bit role of the passer instead of the scorer on that. On that shot is Washington. Takes it to her sister Washington, drives in for the layup, and she gets it. And that is Alina with the basket, May with the assist.
The Washington combo paying off dividends as they're able to get the easy points.
We see Steen inside, blocked by Schwalm. Miramontes gets the rebound. There's Miller driving in, kicks it to one of the Washington twins. That's May. Out to Molly. Schwalm, deep 3, long, bounced off, another rebound for the Washingtons. Miller thought about the 3, stops. Elena, 3, no good. And the only thing going for this Roadrunners team is that Clackamas cannot convert on their 3s right now.
Yeah, they have been dinking them all day to start. They're going to have to start locking that in soon. If not, this game's going to get out of hand. Those 3s are your most valuable weapon in a game where the lead starts to draw away.
Wendrick took a very deep 3 there, no good, as we see May kick it to Molly. Drive down. Ooh, that's a foul, yes. That is Lydia Gray with the foul. And we will have Molly Miller shooting 2. Miller's first is good. That's her 3rd free throw of the night. She's at the 5 on the day. The sophomore from Oregon City now has 6. She's made all her free throws on the night. A different narrative than we saw in the men's game earlier, where free throws are being made instead of being missed. But 17-4 early lead for Clackamas is a huge hole to dig out of if you are the Roadrunners.
Even if it is the first quarter and there's still obviously plenty of game left, it's very much a difficult uphill battle with the way they're playing right now. They are letting almost every Clackamas player get wide open, even only if a few have scored, those being Miller and the Washington twins that we have brought up. The fact is that they are still letting them blaze by them, and it's resulted in a pretty huge turnaround.
Steen just misses the layup, and it goes to Miller with the board. Some good passing by the Roadrunners, not able to convert on the layup as we see Miller kicks it to Miramontes, back to Miller. Smith with the the screen. Miller with the miss. And Wendrig able to clear the ball here for the Roadrunners as she crosses half court.
Linn-Benton's going to need something here.
Zoe Howard in the paint. Takes it to Wagar. Wagar for three. Short, but it hit the shot clock, so it's considered out of bounds.
Now Clackamas will maintain possession and continue to add on to this lead with this hopeful possible possession. 1:35 left here in ticking in the first quarter.
Alina Washington, her sister subbed out, but she is still in it. That looks like a travel. That is Breslin Schwalm in the corner. Did not dribble before taking a step, so a turnover by the Cougars here. Lydia Gray inbounding it to Wagar. Wagar, a Corvallis native, grew up around this area. Taking the ball up. Good screen there by Howard. Kicks it into Steen. Steen with the shot, no good. Cleared by Pepper Smith. Out to Washington. Still a 17-4 ball game as Washington thought about passing it. Takes the pull up, and that's good. Alina with 6 points now.
Both of these teams have had their many attempts to take those long shots, but so far Clackamas is making it count as they have been on fire from these long-range shots, and it's a big reason why they're almost knocking on 20 in the first quarter alone.
Yeah, we see Howard with the ball right here. Physical drive, no good. Good defense there by Pepper Smith.
Under 30 seconds to go.
Yes, out to Washington. Washington top of the key in the logo. Miramontes, Schwalm. Schwalm off to Washington. Washington, 12 on the clock. Shot clock, game clock, her line here. Nice move, out to Schwalm. Schwalm for three. Good. 3 points on the board for Schwalm. And the Roadrunners are not able to get a shot off before the first quarter ends.
A 22-4 hole to start the game. Not ideal, but there's still hope for Linn-Benton to possibly come back, but it's going to be a tough uphill battle for sure.
Yeah, down 18 after one. We will be back here on KBVR TV after this short break. And welcome back to KBVR TV. I'm Aiden Kiichle. And May Washington, well, the Washington Twins as a group, May Washington was 7, Alina was 6, as we see Sadie Wendrig take it in, pass it to Howard. Howard to Steen here. Steen being face guarded by Hayashada. Bateman, nice pass to Wendrig. Wendrig with the layup, but no good. Fighting for the ball there. They're going to call a foul. Howard hitting the floor, fighting for the ball there with, looks like Hannah Patton of Clackamas.
Good attempting defensive play there as they're able to knock it down. And now the Clackamas Cougars with a nasty turnover here, but still very much the commanding lead.
Gray has the ball, inbounds it to Wendrig. Wendrig, three-point line, hits it to Steen. Steen has low back to Wendrig, playing a little two-man. And Wendrig gets her first points of the night. The freshman averaging 21.3.
That definitely does help with managing this score.
You see May Washington out to Patton. Patton to Hayashada. Back to Washington inside. Pepper Smith misses the layup. We're back to Bateman taking the ball past half court. Past the logo off to Wendrig. Wendrig drives, stops. Back to Bateman. Bateman uses Howard's screen. Bateman all the way and hits the layup. Great turn of events here for the Roadrunners.
And Lanny Bateman is able to make do with that possession and is able to help claw away at this lead. Great overall possession there for the Roadrunners. And Linn-Benton is able to cut to the lead.
Wide open corner three by Patton. It is no good. Cleared out by Steen. Steen trying to push the ball here. A little run here for the Roadrunners. Looking to get into double figures here. Gray. To Steen. Steen driving in. Another layup, another spot, another result. Or I should say the same result. Another layup for the Roadrunners. All in the same spot. Washington to Hayashada. Hayashada. Schwalm. Schwalm short. Bounced. Cleared almost by Howard. Now cleared out to Bateman.
Schwalm trying to replicate that early three she's had. She's missed her last 3 attempts. She's been trying to replicate that amazing play.
Bateman, 3, no good. Rebounded by the other 11, Pepper Smith. Kicks it to Hayashada. Hayashada, corner. Schwalm, another attempt. Same result, no good. Offensive rebound by May. Washington, no good. A lot of action there, but rebound by Zoe Howard after all that. Still no points from Clackamas. A little scoring drought. As Wendrick tries to drive in, Wendrick draws the foul.
Good series of events there for the Roadrunners, trying to make sure that they don't turn the ball over. They can send some players, hopefully, to a better overall situation, as we will now see them take to the free throw line, hopefully to get some extra points on the board here.
Yeah, Wendrick out of Monmouth, averaging 21.3 points for the 4-12 Roadrunners, with 2 so far, scoring the, not scoring, but missing the first. The Roadrunners down by 12 with 7:10 to go in the second quarter. Luckily have been scoring more, and I've cut it down since that first quarter as she sinks the second for her 3rd point and the 11th for the Roadrunners as a team.
Yeah, now hopefully this is able to make it a much more manageable game now, as this has been kind of a crazy one to start for the Roadrunners, letting it get away so much as it continues here. Another beautiful corner 3, and the Washingtons have been doing fantastic so far, and there is another phenomenal shot by May Washington, a big reason why they've been able to have so much success.
Yeah, May up to 10 on the night. She has 10, the Roadrunners have 11 as a team. She has been lights out so far, and here we see her on defense on the Roadrunners' best player, Wendrick, and rejects the ball out of bounds, off the camera. But it'll retain here with the Roadrunners, down 14. You see Gray inbounding the ball here. Can't find anyone. Deep out to Wendrick. Being guarded by Washington. Wendrick sees a cutter. Steen puts it up, too high, gets her own rebound. No, but she didn't hit the rim, so it's a shot clock violation because they didn't put it up in time and because she didn't hit the rim on the shot.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge mistake when you look down the line, when you're in the film room, taking a look at what happened exactly in this game to put you, if you do end up losing it, that's going to be one of those plays of this small mistakes like that that eventually pile up to make bigger and badder results.
Yeah, we see the other Washington, Alina, check in for Breslin Schwalm here. Molly Miller, another 3, and there we go. Finally making her first of the night, a 37% three-point shooter.
And the Cougars knocking on the door of 30, up 28-11, under 6 to tick here in the second quarter. They are rolling.
Bateman to Wendrick. Wendrick thinking about the 3, decides no, but Bateman says yes, but misses. Air ball by Lainey Bateman. So we had another substitution here, and the other Washington goes out. May is now out, and Alina is the only Washington on the field or on the court. So we see, looks like Miramontes checks back into the game.
It's still big for them nonetheless. Both Washingtons have been fantastic today. Alina herself being 2 of 4 from the field goal range. 2 rebounds, 1 assist.
And we see Wendrick steal, breakaway, bucket, up to 5 on the night for Sadie. Those are what you're going to need to do if you're the Roadrunners to get back into this game.
No doubt.
Here's Alina. Nice pass. Blocked. Get that out of here, says Lainey Bateman.
That is some fantastic defense there by Bateman. And just like that, the Roadrunners are starting to get back into their spirits. This is how this team has success in those 4 wins, keeping it close and playing good defense.
Good pass in there by Washington. Miller, great defense once again by the Roadrunners. That was Bateman once again guarding Molly Miller. Pull up 3 from Gray. No good. Tries to fight for her own rebound. No good. Hayashada up to Miller. Miller up to Patton. Patton, no good, but gets the harm from Sadie Wendrick.
Good foul call there by the refs, and now this is going to be a great opportunity for Clackamas to claw at the lead and continue to add on, possibly looking at a 30-point burger today.
Patton bounces the ball twice. One more time, third. Lucky number 3 as she sinks her first points on the night. Averaging 2.8 points per game. Freshman from Lebanon, so not too far from here. Puts up for the second, and the second is good. 30 burger, like you said. Already 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Clackamas has over doubled Linn-Benton's points so far.
And that is just simply not going to cut it. They're going to have to get something now. They're going to have to get something fast. An instant turnover.
Yeah, and Elena Washington is too good. She gets the steal and puts up the basket through contact. It's full court defense and another turnover. Molly Miller to Washington. It's unselfish. Number 11, Pepper Smith with the bucket. Her first.
Like a well-oiled machine, Clackamas back-to-back turnovers, no hesitation. It's like they practiced this 100 times, and they get the easy points.
Bateman blows the layup. She was wide open. Great board in there by Zoe Howard. Unable to convert, though. Elena Washington gets it, clears it, passes half court. Thinks about the 3, ignores it, drives in for a layup. Perfect off the glass, and now she is also at 10. The Washington Twins at 20 points total. Linn-Benton's at 13.
Under 4 minutes to tick, and this is not looking good. Even though it is the second quarter, we still have another half to go. Again, as we've been hammering home, this game is going to be a massive blowout if they can't get something soon.
Wendrick misses the little floater. Tries to get the board, but doesn't. We see Miramontes driving in. Look at Washington. Kicks out to wide open Molly Miller. Long. Once again, the rebound bounces right to Elena. Miramontes thinking of the 3 to Elena. Uses a screen. Tries to bump, block, out on Elena. Luckily, it goes that way, and we see the Washington Twins sub in for each other. Looks like, yes, we will see Elena go out, but may go in after this short media break.
That was a good setup there by Pepper Smith for the screen to knock them out, but of course they weren't able to pull it down. But either way, 36-13 hole, Clackamas is in charge. Linn-Benton needs something.
Yeah, and we'll be back right after this short break here on KBVR TV. Clackamas Cougars 36, Linn-Benton Roadrunners 13. The narrative of the game today is that the Washington Twins have completely outscored the Roadrunners here. But the Roadrunners have possession here. Wager to Wendrick. Wendrick down court all the way to Steen. Steen finds Wendrick on a cut. No good. There's Bello Loitz. Tries to put it up. Not enough power because of the foul there on Clackamas.
There needs to be a better overall presence in their offensive scoring so that they can hit those layups, but they nonetheless send a player to the free throw line, so they will hopefully walk away with points, but they need to get more aggressive around the rim.
Loitz, a 45% free throw shooter, bricks the first. Loud and clear. You could hear the miss from anywhere in this gym. Second, no good. Offensive rebound secured there by Steen. Steen kicks it to the corner. Bateman, 3, air ball. Rebound by Wendrick. Wendrick puts it back in. Wendrick got 7 points on the night.
And now you're finally starting to see this Linn-Benton team get some better rhythm, finding some players that they can trust. As for Clackamas, they've been bumping it out to the usual suspects when it comes to the Washington duo and Molly Miller, but they've been making it count, and that's really what's been the difference, is that Clackamas is in that rhythm, as we just saw them miss a uncharacteristic error as they immediately turn it back over.
That's Addison Almero. Shuffled her feet quite a few times, but no travel call. I don't know why. It's a Miramontes miss right there.
It did look like a bit of a travel.
Yeah, quite a few steps there. Same event of Roadrunners ball. May Washington hits the ball out of bounds, but so it'll still be here with the Roadrunners as Amir Montez and Pepper Smith are getting subbed out for Sear, Brooklyn Sear, and looks like Breslin Schwelm is checking back in as well. Gray, instant shot by Wendrig, no good. Schwalm, Almero, corner, Sear out to Miller. Miller to Almero. Almero top the key, back to Miller. Miller drives in to Washington. Washington thinks about it, no good. To Miller, to Almero. Schwalm, 3, no good. Rebound there by Wager. Wendrick driving, corner, Steen, no good. She doesn't thought about it, ended up driving, missed the layup.
And this has been the narrative so far, are these missed layups. If they start to hit these sooner, they would possibly be in a better situation, but it's looking to be a little out of hand at this point. However, if they could start finding their rhythm, I bet this would be able to be a more manageable game.
Yeah, and that's a turnover there on Steen. May Washington, very good on the defensive end as well, knocks out of bounds with the help of, I believe that was Breslin Schwalm. But we see the Washingtons back on the court together for the first time since those opening minutes. Both Alina and May. See, Washington in, no good, Alina missing. Getting the ball back, and that's going to be out of bounds off of Linn-Benton. Number 10, Lydia Gray, basically rolled the ball out of bounds there.
That was a rough call there, but it was the correct one. It's unfortunate for Linn-Benton. Smart move there by Washington, pulling her hands back so that it doesn't end up on her. She has some visible frustration with her eyes. Might have taken a nasty hit there on the way down.
Yeah, it looks like Alina, she's holding the bridge of her nose there. Sister goes to check on her. She looks like she's in visible pain, but I don't think the coach even realizes. Passes it to her sister. Sister goes in little mid-range. Off the back of the glass, no good. Gray tries to fight for it, but doesn't get it. And that's a 3. Breslin Schwalm up to 6 on the night.
And the crazy thing about that is she has been on fire from that 3 range. And that is another on the day for her.
Gray, corner 3, answers right back for the Roadrunners. 30 seconds left in the first half. Alina takes it out to Almero. Almero to Schwalm. Schwalm to Washington, to Almero. No good. Steen clears it, steps out of bounds. Another turnover for this Roadrunner team.
This is not looking that good for this Linn-Benton squad, as they're going to need to come up with something big here as time slowly expires. 17 seconds left. In an 18-39 hold, the Cougars are very much putting the pedal to the metal.
And we're going to see Sear and Almero sub out for Hayashada and Molly Miller, as well as a sub for Linn-Benton. We're going to see number 11, Lainey Bateman, sub in for Anna Steen. There's Alina passing to her sister May. May swing top of the court. 10 on the clock. To her sister Alina. To Molly. Free throw jumper is butter. 11 on the night for Miller. No time on the clock. Desperation heave. Oh! Wendrig just missed the desperation 3.
Attempted for an Aiden Moore-esque pass as we saw earlier, but unfortunately it falls short. And the hole will remain the hole, 18-41. The Roadrunners going to need a miracle in this second half of the final 2 quarters to pull out the win.
Yeah, down 23. The Washington Twins have been trouble all night for Linn-Benton, as we will now head to our halftime break here. 41-18, Linn-Benton down. Here we are on KBVR. And welcome back here to KBVR TV. 41-18, Clackamas Cougars over the Linn-Benton Roadrunners here. The highlight, though, is number 3, Sadie Wendrig, as you see. She has 7 points and is the only player on the Roadrunners to have made more than one shot tonight.
She has been really the difference maker for this team. The only reason they've been able to keep it close, obviously an 18-41 hole, it's not necessarily super close, but they still have a somewhat fighting chance, and it's thanks to number 3.
Yeah, and on the other side, the Washington Twins have been dominating, 20 points between the two of them. Little pump fake there by Miller, and she hits her first 3 of the second half. Almost a turnover there by the Roadrunners. We see Steen take it down, and then she does turn it over. That's May Washington with the steal. Looking to her sister. It's Hayashada. Miller, second 3 of the second half is good. Already starting out on fire. Molly Miller, back-to-back 3s. And the lead is now 29.
And the turnover to set up that attempt was and has been the story of the game. 12 turnovers for Linn-Benton to only 3 for Clackamas. Just some sloppy ball all around for LBCC. They need to get back into this one if they want any chance of being able to pull back and win this. But as of this moment, Clackamas, they're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, that was Wager there with the missed 3, and then Lainey Bateman and Grace Hayashada fighting for the board. Initial shot is no good. Good box out there by Bella Loitz there. And Smith was not able to corral the ball for the Cougars. And the Roadrunners will get possession with 9 to go in the third quarter.
Hopefully the Roadrunners can get some big 3s here to help cut the score and make it look more manageable, as Cougars are now looking at a 50 burger. I already called the 30. There's a chance that they could easily come up on that 50 with the way they've been shooting 3s today.
That's a great layup right there by Lainey Bateman, just up and under through the contact. No whistle, but great shot by her. May Washington kicks it to Smith. Smith inside to Hayashada, who hits the layup. I think those are Hayashada's first points of the night, and they are.
1 away from 50. A 30-point swing would be pretty much all she wrote at this point.
Great move by Wager there, hit pass to Bateman, inside to Loitz. Loitz, top to Wendrick. Wendrick driving in, triple team basically, no good. Molly, Alina, good move, little up and over. Alina Washington, good.
Now, once again, you're seeing Washington make a big impact for this team. And as of this moment, she's one of 2 now who have double-digit points on the day, the other being Molly Miller with 17. It's a big reason why they're at such a commanding lead.
Wendrick just short on the 3 there. Rebounded by Alina. Alina driving in. Lloyd's not hit her spot yet, and capitalizes. Alina up to, looks like up to 12 on the night now. 53-20 Cougars.
See if the Roadrunners on this next possession can make something happen. They need something big here.
Lloyd's able to draw a foul there as we see a substitution here. One of the Washingtons and Hayashada subbing out, subbing in Schwalm and Sear for the Cougars. Bateman passes it in to Steen. Or to Wager. Wager to Steen. Loitz, 3. No good. Just off front iron as Sear gets the board, kicks it to Washington. Washington to Schwalm. Schwalm, great pass to Smith as Smith hits the layup.
That's what you want to see from your teammates. We mentioned it earlier, unselfish passes. It sets up the better points and makes your team look like the well-oiled machine that you are.
Wendrick passes it in. Great pass to Bateman. Bateman loses it. And this is just a disaster time and time again. Schwalm. Washington. Washington. Sear. No good. Washington fighting for the rebound, and there's going to be a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Linn-Benton. Washington was able to draw a loose ball foul there on the Roadrunners. So we have side out here for the Cougars.
And now Washington once again making her presence known. But as for Clackamas, they now have both Washington sisters at 12 points, ironically, with Molly Miller at 17. This team is on fire so far, and the Roadrunners, I keep saying it, they have no other storylines other than the fact that they need to get something going. As we see Wendrick get some points there, she once again continues to be the leading person for this team.
Yeah, 9 on the night for Wendrick here as Miller takes it up. Miller has taken quite a few shots here, 12 on the night, 5 makes. So we see Sear drive in, Sear no good, gets her own rebound, puts it up, no good. Fighting for another offensive rebound, and a jump ball is called seconds before Steen is able to rip the ball away from Smith. Possession arrow in favor of the Roadrunners. So they will keep it here. As Wager dribbles the ball up.
33-point hole is a tremendous one. Clackamas has come into here and has made a statement.
No good by Bateman there. Wendrick fighting for the board, hits it out of bounds. Ball's going to the Cougars. Miller into Washington here. May taking the ball up. Back to Molly. To Sear. Inside to Pepper Smith. No good on her. Inside shot. Bateman with the rebound. To Wager. To Wendrick. Uses a Zoe Howard screen. Orienting her team. That's blocked by Molly Miller as the Cougars are now running the court. Smith to Washington. Washington steps out of bounds. Good defensive play there by the Roadrunners.
Yeah, and you know, Linn-Benton, they've been doing their best to make sure that this score doesn't get too out of hand. Still the 33-point lead for Clackamas, but with defensive plays like that, it's what's made this team so successful, even in a season that hasn't gone their way exactly. They play their best ball when they're great at establishing defense, and so far it's been that with this performance to start the third.
Yeah, we see Wager, top of the key, and Steen. Steen pushes in, gets triple teamed, doesn't get it to go. Zoe Howard try fighting for it, and she actually gets it. Good effort there by Howard as we see our first media timeout of the second half, and we will be back shortly. 55-22, a big 33-point hole for the Roadrunners back here on KBVR TV. Welcome back to KBVR TV. We are here in Albany. Linn-Benton down 22-55, a 33-point deficit here. Highlight has been Sadie Wendrick, who has the ball. Gets inside, tries to get the layup to go. No good. Great defense there by the Cougars. Cleared by Patton. Patton to Washington. Washington orienting her team. Miramontes with the ill-advised pass. Stolen there by Wendrick. Wendrick down the court. Steen. Dribble, shot, no good, but a foul.
And that is what you want from the big matchup for Linn-Benton, to have those successful moments. And now they can get to the free throw line and hopefully get some big plays.
Yes, Steen, first shot is good. Her third point of the night. Second is good. Steen already with 4 points, 24-25 though. Not that good of a look on the scoreboard as Washington kicks it to Miramontes. Back to Washington, back to Miramontes. Into Hayashada, pump fake, dribbles in on Howard. Corner three, Patton, good. Up to 5 for Patton, corner 3. You see Wager take it in. Wendrick driving in, trying to get her team out of this long rut. Back to Wager, in, layup, great spin on that. First points on the night for Wager. She was 0 for 4 prior to that make. Romero into Patton. Miramontes out to Washington, back to Miramontes. Thinks about the three, decides not. To Hayashada Tons of activity inside, and that's a turnover.
Now Clackamas closing in on that 60 burger. They have just been racking up it. They have not stepped out of the drive-through line today. 30 burger, 40 burger, 50 burger. They continue to stack them on. This women's team needs to come up with something for Linn-Benton, or if not, it's going to be a pretty ugly matchup from a stat viewer's perspective and a scoreboard viewer's perspective on all fronts. This is a loss for Linn-Benton.
Yeah, there's Lydia Gray with a good spin move and drawing the foul. So she'll go to the line for 2. But I think if you're Linn-Benton right here, you got avoid getting your points doubled. Right now, that's 52. And unfortunately, the Cougars have more than 52 as Gray sinks her first. So if I'm the coach, I'm saying just don't let them have double our points at the end of this game.
Yeah, no doubt. Just try to play best defense as you can. Make sure that you don't end up in a 30-point hole with the loss. We've now seen that plus 33 when it was a 22-55 game. This Linn-Benton team has very little to play for at this moment in the season. Playoffs are pretty much out of the picture, but there's still a great chance that they can at least make this look like a respectable loss against arguably the best team in the NWAC.
Yeah, Miramontes there with the miss. Still scoreless on the night for her. Good pass inside to Steen. Steen out to the three-point line. Wide open is Wendrig. Great defense there by Hayashada. Probably a bit of contact, but they didn't call anything. Patton all the way. Passes it to Miramontes. Missed again. Still scoreless for her. There's going to be a jump ball, looks like, and it's in possession of the Cougars.
And now Clackamas. With how they've been playing, they are in complete control of this game, even if they're now going to be able to still hold possession, hopefully get some quick points here. Because if they are, now with the ball on the ground, they have a great chance of being able to pull away with the win and make this a respectable win from all fronts if you're Clackamas. Linn-Benton's playing for that respectable win in just the sense that you didn't get blown out as badly as you want. For Clackamas, a commanding win shows that you really are not to be messed with. You get business handled against good teams, you get business handled against bad teams. It's the sign of great teams.
Yeah, there's Washington with the ball, kicks it into Hayashada. Good defense there by Howard, but Howard gets called for the foul, unfortunately. So Hayashada, will go to the, will she go to, nope. She'll take it out of bounds. Washington will. Inbounds it. Hayashada out to Patton. Patton airballs it. Washington gets off the rebound, kicks it into Hayashada. Nice basket by Grace.
What a fantastic play there by Clackamas. Heads up play by everyone involved. Able to keep the ball alive. Good job there by Washington. And then a fantastic rebound to finish it off.
Steen pump fakes, collects itself. No good. Patton with the board. Dribbling down aggressively. Trying to get control of the ball here. Gets it to Washington. Washington to Almero. Almero for 3 is no good. Washington and Miramontes fighting for the ball, even though they're on the same team, but it's going to stay with them.
And now Cougars will retain possession. And again, the last time they had this, it was a quick rebound for some extra points. Let's see if they can replicate that.
Almero misses it. Washington, another offensive rebound. We have said Washington so many times tonight. Obviously, there are 2 of them as we have a timeout called. Something is happening, and the refs needed to stop the clock or something, and there it is. The scoreboard is off again. 60-28, a minute 28 on the clock.
Just
technical difficulties here.
Trying to get it up and running. And now with the Roadrunners in this situation, there is a great chance for this team to have possibly a momentum switch. I like to think of the Super Bowl when the lights went out and the Niners came storming all back. Yeah, they ended up losing still, but you know, with all the outages we've had to the scoreboard, you got to get that mentality. It's a break. Count it as a break. You get to come back and hopefully have a chance to make the score look respectable. If you're Linn-Benton, you got to be thinking, let's just try something. Hopefully we can make this a manageable.
Washington no good on her shot. Hayashada tried getting the rebound, but out of bounds off of her. Still 60 on the board for the Cougars. And like Nick said, that 60 burger, they're still in the drive-through line. And they're going to probably push for 70 here with 11 left in this game. Swager up the court to Wendrig. Wendrig out of bounds off of the Clackamas Community College Cougars. And Linn-Benton will retain possession. Minute to go in this third quarter. Down by 32. Inbounds into Wager, but she steals it.
Oh my goodness.
Steals it, yeah.
Another turnover.
You say that like we haven't seen a lot of turnovers tonight.
Absolutely. Only a few.
Washington, nice move inside. Blocked there. Great block by Steen. Gets her on board in the foul. So Washington will go to the line. Shooting 2. That is Alina. Alina and May have both been quiet for the last few minutes. As you said earlier, they both had 12, and they still both have 12. So, just toilet bowls. The first one, no good. So she still sits at 12. Sophomore from Everett, her and her sister have been leading this team quite a bit. They both average over, or I guess they both average double digits. Alina is averaging 20, May with 13, basically 14. Molly Miller in the mix there, averaging 18. All just shy of their averages on the night. Obviously, we have time left in this blowout win as Alina makes her second to get to 13. Now outscoring her sister. As Wager takes the ball up the court, crosses the halfway point.
See if they can get something here in the waning 30 seconds.
Inside to Gray. Gray, little left-handed hook, no good. Washington will take the ball and probably hold for the last shot with 20 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Great turn of events here by Clackamas. If they're able to hold on, there's a great chance that we could possibly see this Roadrunner team get a stop here, hopefully to hold off in the final 10 seconds. Spoke too soon.
Yeah, great shot there by Alina. Just backed down her defender. No chance in stopping that, and no chance of getting a shot off as Sadie Wendrick tries and is short and as well too late. And going into the fourth quarter, the Clackamas Cougars have a demanding 63-28 lead over the Linn-Benton Roadrunners. We'll be right back here on KBVR TV. And welcome back to KBVR TV. There is May Washington, one of the two Washington twins that is having an amazing night tonight. 12 points on the day, being outscored by her sister by 3. But her sister is subbing out as Bateman now has the ball for the Roadrunners to Wendring. Wendring blocked, not even a chance. May Washington with the full palm on the ball on that block.
Good attempt there by Washington to get her hand in to prevent it. And now Linn-Benton with control of the ball, but with under 9.5 to go here in the third. In the fourth. They're just trying to make this score look more respectable to the stat watchers.
Yep. Wendring a bit too high for Steen. Steen gets it back. Dribbling in, off the backboard, no good. Rebound there by Smith. Washington, quarterback passes it down to Miller. Miller, top of the key. Guarded here by Gray. Miller uses a screen, kicks it in. Smith, layup, good. Smith has crossed that 5-point mark into now 6 on the night. Gray kicks it to Steen. Steen picked up her dribble, passes it to Loitz. Loitz using her size and her height to her advantage, but dribbles the ball off her leg, and that's another turnover.
And now Clackamas with control. At this point, they really are just showing how impressive this team can be, letting their star players still stay on, even in a commanding blowout. They want to let these players have as much play time as possible so that whenever they go up against the stacked teams in the NWAC, they can have their chance. As they have another three, good, what a bounce.
Yeah, Breslin swung a bit long, but luckily got that spin just right and went bang, bang, and right down the middle after a few bounces for a three. Up by 40, still up by 40 after that miss by Annika Steen. Rebounded there by Pepper Smith. Looks like some hounding defense by Gray, though. Trying to stop Washington. She drives right past her. Little step back to Miller. Miller, three, no good. Loitz with the rebound. 3 Cougars on her. Can she get it out? Looks like she took a few too many steps. They didn't call it. Wendring stops. Out. Gray, 4, 3 is no good. And rebound by Sear. 28-68. Says the board. Good steal there.
Amazing
by
takeaway.
Bateman. Washington not in time to block the shot as Bateman up to 6 on the night.
Bateman with the great takeaway and good layup. And this team, they still play with a lot of heart, even in a near 30-point deficit. This is a group that likes to play scrappy late, even with the 4-12 overall record, as Clackamas nails another.
It looks like the refs have put their whistles away for the night, as I think we all saw a clear something there that was not called before Molly hit that 3. But let the play go on. Let the clock run. Wendring to Bateman. Bateman wants to shoot. Guarded by Washington. Drives all the way in. No good again. Washington, another rebound. I think she is. And yeah, at least Elena does. Elena, not May, but Elena has a double-double as Pepper Smith gets the basket and the harm.
At 70 burger, they were racking them up. This has been a night for Clackamas as they now head to the free throw line to get a few extra on the board.
Smith will go to stripe for 1, just shy of 80%. Now will be a bit lower. I gave her a point even though she missed it. I don't know why. Wendring will take the ball up past half court, past the logo off to Steen. Steen to Gray. Gray, nice move there. Passes it to nobody. Good save though by Bateman.
Wrong team.
Yeah, Miller will take it all the way. And unfortunately, Wendring's presence is not strong enough to force a miss. As we'll get a substitution. No, we'll get a timeout here on the court. 75-30. Wow.
This has just been a brutal start for the Roadrunners, and I don't know how you can be able to finish this one in a respectable manner. I mean, it has gotten worse and worse and worse. 4 points in the first, 14 in the second, 10 in the third, 2 so far in the fourth. There have now been 2 quarters where Clackamas has scored more points than any of the team has in any of those individual quarters, with 22 in both the first and the third. I just think that if you're this Roadrunner team, you want to maybe let your bench get some play time at this point. It's kind of a foregone conclusion, but at the same time, you also want to put your best players out to let them still have their reps in. They still want to have the ability to go out and get as much play time in as possible. It's foregone conclusion, but you got to go about who you're going to get into play smart here. You got to be smart about who you're going to send in. You don't want to risk an injury to your starters, but you also don't want to, let them not have their final minutes to possibly play out some time here, get some good rhythm going. But if you're Clackamas, you're just going to coast this one out, let your players stat pad, have a good time. With a little to go before we have 6.5 left, this might be it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying why not put May Washington back, or not May. May Washington is on the court. Why not put Elena back in? Elena has 15 points, 10 rebounds, and is 4 assists shy of a triple-double. How fun would that be? As she sits on the bench watching her sister play right now. Great defense there by the Cougars as Wendring. Nothing but a load of Cougars in front of her. Blocked out of bounds. So the Roadrunners will keep possession with 6:25 left to go. Gray gets it into Bateman. Bateman, long three by Steen. Just short off the front iron. That's going to be a foul. Yeah, aggressively went for the ball there, trying to steal it from Brooklyn Sear. No good, though, and that'll be a foul.
And now, I think this Cougar team is going to try to start maybe going into their bag of tricks a bit here and see what they can do with their current lineup. Maybe have some fun trick plays.
Nice pull-up by Mays, long. And Laney Bateman trying to fight for the board. Knocks the ball out of bounds off of her. So down by 45, the ball will stay with the Cougars. Back to May Washington, inside to Smith. Smith gets the board to go over the height of Leutz there. Into double digits does Pepper go.
And that's 4 the Cougars have on the day who've hit double-digit points.
Nick, you want to guess how many players Linn-Benton has in double digits?
I'm assuming that we still haven't seen one unless Wendrick hits this. So I'm going to say 0 still, now that her 3 is no good.
And you would be correct. No players are in double digits for the Roadrunners, as the ref saw the ball go out of bounds and stood there, arms open wide, because she had no clue what she saw and what the direction of the ball was going to go to. But the ball was still awarded to the Roadrunners, as why not? You're down almost 50 here, as their Cougars are 3 points away from an 80 burger here. Crazy as Bateman kicks it to Gray. Gray to Steen. Steen used a nice move, but just smothering defense there by Molly Miller. And this time it will 100% be Clackamas ball until it was switched. They're saying it was tipped. And so instead of Clackamas ball, it will be Roadrunner ball.
It's an interesting way this game has started so far and the way it's ended. You know, there was hope considering that, you know, this team historically plays better at home than on the road, even if this season wasn't one of the best showings they've had so far to start, but it has just completely got out of hand at this point, and this Clackamas team is just having fun. They've taken so many threes in this second half, as we see Washington with the pull-up, no good. That's now multiple times where they just tried, hey, why not take a shot and see what happens? At this point in the game, nothing can hurt you.
Yeah, she seemed upset after she missed that, and Bateman misses that one there. Pepper with the rebound. And a whole new group is subbing in for Clackamas. All 5 starters are getting subbed out after this media timeout. We'll see a full new 5 on the court for the Cougars as they are up 77-30, as we will be back here on KBVR TV. 77-30, the board says, and that is the score here in Linn-Benton. Clackamas Cougars up 77-30, up that 47 points, and wow.
That's really all you can say. It's
yeah,
just wow.
It
has been a dominating performance from the Cougs and this Roadrunner team.
That's Miramontes' first points of the night. Here we saw that full 5 switch, and I'm guessing Alina's going to be like, hey, get me the ball. I just want to pass the ball to you, as we see Leutz take a long 2, and she sinks it. 4 points on the night for Bella. Washington going to orient the offense here for the Cougars. I don't think she's looking to score. I bet she's looking to pass here. Almero to Washington. Washington back to Almero. Keusey in the corner. Dribbling down Gray. Top of the key, Washington. Miramontes, corner, 3, bullseye.
And that's the 80 burger. 8th burger of the day. They have been on fire.
Miramontes with 5 points now, and Washington up to 7 assists. 3 away, start the countdown. 3 away from that triple-double. As Leutz, same shot, not the same result, just misses it, but Steen with the board. Nether, deep, 3, Laney, Bateman. 9 points on the night for her, still no Roadrunner in double figures though. Miramontes in, Patton, good block. Keusey's shot gets rejected by the Roadrunners there. Seewager. Pass to Bateman. Bateman takes it. Bateman hits it. And Bateman is in double figures. First Roadrunner in double figures with 11 on the night. Just shy of having a third of the entire points scored for Linn-Benton.
That is
Mir
unfortunate.
Montez shoots it, no good.
You know, there you can call that, of course, a moral victory of having a great individual performance, still showing that even in a brutal loss, you were able to show up and play your best ball possible.
Yeah, and Alina Washington, very good play right there by her. And I think they just teched up someone. I believe they did. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly confident they just gave out a tech. I'm most likely going to be guessing Annika Steen. No, it is not. It's going to be Lainey Bateman with the tech there. I think she wanted a foul, and she voiced her opinion. And I don't know why you're voicing your opinion here, because an extra 2 free throws is a drop in the pond. That's Chris Paul hitting a 3 there to cut the lead to nothing. Or is it the other way around? There's no 11. I guess Pepper Smith, but she's on the bench.
It wouldn't make sense for them to get snippy with the refs there, especially with, you know, the current outcome the game is.
Yeah, and Lloyd hits the first. She misses the second. And so I'm confused why she just took 2 empty free throws there. Yeah, so I don't know why she took 2 shots there with no players around her, but now we'll see Elena take the technical free throw that Lainey Bateman got. There was contact. I can say there was contact.
There was a lot of contact,
as Washington makes the first free throw. But I don't see why you're arguing here. I mean, you turn around and see your score is flipped, and that's the other team's score, and you have 38. So now it's not. Now up to 84. Linn-Benton's got to do something here, man.
Yeah, this isn't looking that great. And, you know, we keep saying all night that, you know, Clackamas is in control. Linn-Benton needs to do something. But at this point, they need to do something to show that they still want to play competitive, even when it's an almost, at this point, impossible comeback.
Mir Montez, corner 3, no good. Rebound there by Gray. Gray kicks it to Wendring. Wendring penetrates in. Rebound goes to Mir Montez, pushing the floor. Okay, turns around to slow down the pace. 2:20 left on the clock. Washington, corner. Almero back to Mir Montez, to Patton. Patton drives in, thinks about the shot. Blocked by Loitz. She went straight up. Good block there. Washington all the way to the corner to Almero. Almero back to Patton. Patton to Hayashada. Nice bucket for her. Up to 6 on the night.
They're getting close to that 90 count. And this Clackamas team, I wonder if that's their moral victory of how far and how high can we push the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they played a lot. They played all 10 of their players tonight. They all got substantial minutes as Almero comes down with the board off the missed roadrunner layup. Kicks it to Washington, thinks about the 3, passes to Hayashada, who also thought about the 3. Neither are dominant 3-point shooters, though. Almero to Hayashada. Hayashada inside. Reverse layup is good over Wendring. Hayashada up to 8 on the night. We're getting a substitution here. Seeing Brooklyn Sear and Breslin Schwalm sub in for Hayashada and Washington. So no Washingtons on the court for the first time all night. And I believe there's not a single starter on the court for Clackamas. So they have now subbed out all their starters. They have their bench playing for this last minute. Weird screen there by Gray. Wendring misses the shot. Almero pushes it.
Maybe
Schwalm.
they'll go for 90.
Schwalm to Mir Montez. Pump fakes to Sear. Just need a bucket for 90. Sear drives. No good.
So close.
So close. I think we're eating good enough today with 8.
Absolutely.
3-pointer by Loitz is an air ball. Bager gets the board, gets the basket. .30 seconds. The clock reads. Now 25. Montez most likely is going to dribble the ball out. I don't see why you do anything here.
Going for the three.
Wall misses it.
So
Lloyd's with the board.
close.
And a Band-Aid goes on the bullet hole. They're not going to let them get to 90. Wendring with the ball. Thinks about the desperate three. Wager takes it. No good. And no, that is not going to count for Steen. The scoreboard is an unfortunate sight, but it does read 88-40. You are not seeing that wrong. The Clackamas Cougars will take down the Linn-Benton Roadrunners and continuously move to undefeated still.
Yeah, and now that marks 9 years since the last time the Cougars have fallen to this Roadrunner team, whether it be away or on the road. And now all you can say if you are Linn-Benton is just to keep your heads up and hopefully move on to next week, next game with better spirits. And if you're the Cougars, enjoy the win, 18-0. They're coming for that NWAC title.
Yeah, and we'll be right back here with another full game recap. Final score from Linn-Benton, 88-40, Clackamas on top here on KBVR TV. Welcome back to KBVR TV. I am Aiden Kiichle here with Nik Munoz in an 88-40 loss for the Linn-Benton Roadrunners. Not a lot of offense by the Roadrunners. Not a lot of defense by them either.
Man.
As we see, I think we saw one player hit double digits for the Roadrunners in Lainey Bateman. Sadie Wendrick supposed to lead the team, averaging 21.3, as that will drop as she failed to reach double digits. But man, Cougars had themselves a game, let me say.
Man, I'm hungry. After all these burgers they hit, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. They were then hitting 80, so close to 90, 2 points shy. But what a remarkable performance by this Clackamas Cougars team. Domination all the way through, 18-0 on the season, 5-0 in conference play. The number one storyline I want to focus on is the turnover battle. 8 for Clackamas, an average for most basketball teams, 16 for Linn-Benton. That is just unexcusable. You cannot play that in the future if you would want to win further games and have a better performance overall down the stretch. This season may be lost, but you got to play better even in these losses, and that was just simply not a great performance.
Yeah, and the quick thing I'll add is that points off turnover battle as well. 28 for the Cougars, 8 for the Roadrunners here. To start the show, Alina Washington, 17, 10, and 7. Her sister, 12, 3, and 4. And Molly Miller leading all scorers today with 22. That was a game.
That is an incredible game for the Clackamas Cougars. That's unfortunate for the Linn-Benton Roadrunners. Thank you to Tim and Mark, members of the LBCC crew, to let us come out here and have an opportunity to film and set up and have a great doubleheader. Our next matchup will be on January 31st versus Portland. It's going to be a great one. Make sure you tune in here on KBVR.
And thank you, everyone. And tune in next time. Yep, January 31st here on KBVR TV.